Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Encounters, the number one spiritual UFO talk show. It's now 10:58. 100% Native American, welcome. Good to have you with us. One Toyota, Sharon, everybody, Paloma, Pansu, Court 413. Let's FYP, share, and like. And good to have everybody with us here. Stephen Wilk, Amanda, good to have you with us, Amanda. Dog Dad, Chuck Roberts, Lexi, Christine, Wesley Young, all these great people, Lexi, Paul S., Tinker, hey Tinker, Charlie, welcome Charlie to the show Encounters. Ronnie, you're watching the number one original UFO spiritual talk show, Edwin CT. Welcome everybody to Encounters, where anything is possible. No matter what's been out there over 3 years on TikTok, we've been consistently here for 3 straight years doing what we're doing to bust the matrix. They come and go, but we are here with you no matter when things happen. And we are here. Candace, welcome. Susan Murray, good to see you, sister. Bonnie Ellis, good to see you. Vicky, not just Nicole, hey, just Nicole. Vicky, Tracy Faith, hey Tracy. John Tile, hey John. User 440. Everybody, Mally Bless, I think it is. Jetty, hello, good evening. And everybody else coming in. Eric, Bonnie Ellis, let's see here. Just a lot of good people. Keltis, welcome. I think it's Intrench or something. Edrin or something, I believe. I'm trying to read all the stuff here. Allison Wilkie, welcome. Paul S. Paul S. Welcome, Paul. And we're going to, what we do on the show is, unlike other things, we are really focused here, which is a good thing. We get into everything in busting the matrix when it comes to the subject, but we get into the spiritual applications. We don't talk just about nuts and bolts here. If you're new here, you're going to get addicted to Encounters. Now, the one thing I'll say is, you'll see me drink apple cider usually, but tonight, we have Dell's Lemonade. If you live in New England, Dell's Lemonade is a big deal. So I love apple cider, but you'll never guess I do love Dell's Lemonade. So welcome, Jack and Piper. Welcome. Hey, Whirlwind, good to see you. Lupita, good to have you all with us. Eddie Santiago, Lisa, all the good people coming in here. Please share and like. Let's get it going. Let's get it happening. This is the hippest spiritual UFO show on social media. We don't wear a tie or a suit. We're not proper. We'll never be proper. We're a contactee, so we're not going to be proper. We've had contact with our space family when I was a kid. We're not going to be proper. We're going to say it like it is. Dragon, good to see you. Hey, Elisa, good to have you with us. Benny Keezy, welcome, Benny. Thank you for the finger heart. We'll get back to the radio and when we can. But I do love doing my live broadcasts, on here. The radio is really important, and we will do it. But it's nice to take a break from radio broadcasting. It's a different venue, being on NPR radio, and I just like to take that weekend to just do other things besides getting up in the morning and going to the radio station on a Sunday. So it's nice to just be doing this. But we will get back to you. Hey, Fossey Jane, good to have you with. Don Armstrong, Lucas Jackson. Let's see here. Good to have you. Yeah, the money is quite terrible. It's actually really no money. It's just a labor of love. Hello, Marcus. Good to see you. Hey, Lana. Good to see you. Al Stewart. Welcome, Al Stewart. Good to see you. Jeff. Welcome, Jeff. McMinnis, I think. Spirit. Cleo, good to see you. Sweet Tea, good to see you. And I think I've got all my shows updated on my YouTube channel. If you're not following me on YouTube, please take time to go to my profile. There's a link to my YouTube page. Benny, thank you for the heart and everything. Thank you so much, Cleo. Benny, everybody, all those gifts. We appreciate it, Benny. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you. Unconditional gifts, we just appreciate it. It shows that you get it. Ephraim, good to have you with us. Ephraim, Dana, The Crafters Boutique. Good to see you, Crafters Boutique. Let's see here. Marcus, good to have you with us. Yeah, you definitely can bring it on live, Marcus, if you have the video. I was looking at some of my emails today, and I haven't looked at all of them. Here's somebody, let's see. Paul S., I'm a contactee as well. I've seen tall whites, the grays, which are like jelly. I think I'm very random here. And so I think I'm going to bring Paul up. There's a lot of interesting people on here. I know this for a fact. And as the night goes on, we'll probably have a couple of hundred people in this room. And I'll know that there are people, when you have a couple hundred people, some people, without saying it, are having direct contact with space intelligence. Let's put it that way. Absolutely. Just like Paul S. is. Hey, Billy Adams. Good to see you. Welcome. So, hey, Blake Peterson. Now, let's see. Marcus. Let's see. I have a video. So, we're going to bring up, hey, Dale Hunt. We're going to bring up Paul S. Then we're going to bring up Marcus, that has, I would suspect, a UFO video to share with us here. You're watching Encounters. We're just getting started. It's 11:04 a.m. Not a.m. What am I talking about? 11:04 in the evening. Man. And we are here to bust the matrix, folks. Doing it for 3 years. Welcome to the hottest UFO spiritual talk show here on social media on planet Earth. We're going to bring up Paul S. Try to get Paul S. on camera. Paul's going to be our first guest, everybody. So please say hello to Paul. And we're just going to bring him up right now. Again, when you come up as a guest on this show worldwide, you have to be over 18. No cursing or foul language on the show at all. No drinking on the show. No being drunk on the show. No smoking on screen at all. No smoking at all. Let's see here. No panel discussion. No politics. No religion. And no kids on the show. I think I kind of covered the protocol of this program. So we're going to get started, and Paul is going to be our first guest. Let's bring him up. Hopefully. He says, I'm a contacting tall is the amphiboids, which are likely jelly. Our first guest here on the show worldwide. Paul, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks.
Glad to have you with us. Can I bring you on camera?
Yeah, hold on just a second.
Oh, there
Let
he
me
is.
get my
Hey,
glasses.
Paul. Okay, no problem. Welcome to the show. Our worldwide audience will be getting bigger and bigger as the night goes on. So I was very interested, as a contactee, tell us where you are and when it started in your life as being a contactee.
That probably started when I was in my teens. That's when I saw the
Wow.
first UFO.
So what year would you say that is as a teenager?
85, 86, somewhere around there.
85, 86. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's a long time. That's a lot of years to be a contactee. So it's been continuous for you, being a contactee. Can you
On and
explain
off.
how that works? Yeah.
On and off. Mostly it's when it happens, it happens a lot. And then it goes away for, it could be a year or more. Um, One of the tall whites that I have met and encountered uh, is actually very friendly. And because his name can't be pronounced in our language,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he went by one of our names, which is Steve.
Okay. That makes sense.
Um, he was probably right about 8.5, 9 feet tall,
Oh, wow.
long white hair, and just crystal blue eyes.
Wow.
Um, and from what I could tell from the times that I've had connections with them, that some grays work for the whites, and there's some grays that are separate. They're almost a different race. They
Really?
look similar.
Tell us about the Zeta, which is what they are, that are working with these tall beings that are more human. Are they like
They're
worker
like servants.
robots?
They're like servants.
Servants. Interesting.
They
And the
do the
ones that
work
are
that the
good.
whites want them to do,
Hmm.
but they're not benevolent. They're not mean. They're not. they're not here to hurt you. Well,
Right.
those ones. Now, the other grays that are almost a separate,
The separate Zeta.
yeah, they're a little bit more violent.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more aggressive.
Is it the consciousness that the other ones, the other Zeta working with the tall beings that are more human, do they have a different consciousness than the ones that are separate, or do they? Or they? What
I
tell us
think
a
they're
little bit
just
about
more
that?
refined.
More refined.
So it's almost like the other ones are feral, and these are domesticated. Just like you would have a wild cat versus a
Yeah, that's right. I can
domestic
understand
cat.
that. Domesticated Zeta. That's an interesting thing. I've never heard it put that way, but that's a really interesting way of describing it. You've been there, so you've seen it.
And the amphoids that I was talking about that were like jelly, they're almost
Hmm.
like pets. Um, have you ever seen The Blob, the movie The
Yeah, I
Blob?
remember that movie back 1950s movie.
Right. They're kind of like that, but they're small.
Yeah,
They're about the size of a little bit bigger than a house cat.
really interesting.
And
So,
they're just there. I mean, they don't
yeah,
really do anything.
are they like a pet to the tall whites?
They're
Who are they
yeah,
with?
or they're just a pet like they I don't know, they're just different, and I am glad that I got the opportunity, but I also know there's one that people hardly ever talk about.
Which one's that?
All right, you know the description of the gray, the teardrop head, the almond eyes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the nose that's not
yeah,
there, and the straight line mouth.
yeah.
There's an orange version of them.
What is the orange version Zeta like?
They're just orange. Just like
Do
we
they
have
act
we have
different color skins?
like a different color skin.
Do they act the same as the other Zeta that don't look orange?
Well, in a way, yeah, I've only met them once. And they were kind of skittish, like they were an outcast.
Yeah. Wow.
So I've had the opportunity to meet, like I said, several of them, and they have never hurt me.
Hmm.
I don't feel like you hear some contactees that they feel like they're being ripped apart or probed or something's been
Yeah.
injected into them.
Huh.
It's not me. I don't know why, but it seems like ever since first contact I've had,
Hmm.
everything was gentle. Everything was nice. They were just there. They
Yeah.
would talk to me uh, mentally.
Mentally, yeah, telepathy.
Yeah, the whites could talk, but the grays, if they wanted to communicate with you, it was through telepathic.
Yeah. Now the orange ones, um, you say they're kind of an outcast. Are they an outcast amongst the Zeta population?
I think so because they're so rare.
Yeah.
I've only seen one, and he was. I don't know if it was an experiment that went wrong in their population or if they were trying something, but he was about the color of a carrot.
Wow, that's interesting.
Um, and he was just, I don't know, he was very skittish.
Hmm.
He didn't, just kind of backed himself away. And I didn't have a chance to communicate with him. Uh, like you have some people that they say they can communicate with aliens from here. They can just mentally think about it and they'll show up.
Hmm.
That's not how it works for me.
Yeah.
Usually it works for me when I'm just really relaxed and I'm just not really thinking about it.
Yeah. Now, do they take you on their ship, or do they just
Yes.
come? So tell me about that. Now, Paul S. has been on their ship. Tell us what that's like and how does that work?
Well, I know that the time that you miss here is the time that you're there.
Hmm.
Um, it's surreal, really. I mean, it's, I guess the way you would describe it, it looks like metal floors, metal walls, these controls.
Yeah.
Um, there, there's not like a captain's
Yeah.
chair or anything like that.
Right. And are on the ship, are there different types of space beings or just one type?
Generally, one or two.
One or two.
That
And
could be the
what
whites and grays. That you'll have two.
yeah. Now the tall whites that work that got the zeta because the word gray is something we created on our media here in the world. But the tall whites, what's their purpose? What are they trying to achieve? Have they told you?
Well, they're not really trying to achieve anything. They're just watching.
Right. I mean, they must have a purpose or something, don't they?
Yeah, but they're the watchers. They're the ones who make sure that we don't destroy ourselves.
Ah, okay. So they're concerned about us destroying our planet.
Right.
Okay.
Because they need the resources as much as we do.
Hmm. Now, where do they come from?
As far as I know, they come from that. There's a planet in the Orion's belt. I can't remember the name of it, uh, but they come from one of the planets that has a like a twin sun or something like that.
Really
Two,
interesting.
two, two stars in Orion that rotate each other.
Really interesting. And do they they're tall whites that are men and women, or is it just men, or what?
They're
What do
they're,
you?
they're asexual.
Oh, they are. Okay.
They've evolved beyond sexes. So
Really interesting.
you know how we have species here on Earth that are that
Right.
way.
Oh yeah, we do.
You
So
know,
they're like that.
they can they don't need a mate to
Right.
reproduce.
So they can reproduce without a mate.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
Indeed.
And so have they the tall whites, have they taken you on their ship to their planet, their
No,
system?
no,
Not yet.
they are based here in our solar system right now. The ones that visit here,
Hmm.
um, and I really thank you, Daisy. My my
Oh,
dog's got
that's all right. I got a cat. Your dog is being very loving, so there you go.
um, I tell people that I've been as far as Pluto, but and I knew what Pluto looked like before they sent the pictures back.
Yeah.
But they are based here
Now,
in
when
our
you say
solar.
they're based here in our solar system, they do they have a base on the planet somewhere that
Yes,
they go to? They do. So the
and
tall
one
whites, go
and
ahead.
one on the moon.
So the tall whites have a base on the moon. They have a base on the Earth. Now
Underwater
you don't have
base.
to. They have a lot of bases on the Earth.
Underwater base.
Underwater bases.
Yes.
Okay. So do they have cities in the deep oceans?
I don't know. I haven't visited those. I just do know that they have underwater bases here
Interesting. Interesting.
because
Um,
you know where else would you hide a base that you didn't want found, right? In a place
right.
that hasn't been discovered yet.
Right. They can go into a really rare part of the ocean that's deep and hide there and have a base.
I mean, we've got stuff in the ocean that we've never seen.
Yeah. No, it's so true. We've talked about cities in the ocean that exist from other space people.
And, there is what they thought they found an underwater base. Can't remember if it's in the Black Sea or not, but
Mm.
it looks like a UFO, a stone UFO
Hmm.
underwater,
Hmm.
but it looks more like a platform. And I've
Wow.
seen, hi, hi Daisy.
Daisy's enjoying the conversation. She wants to be
She
part
loves
of the
that.
discussion.
She loves her daddy.
There you go, Daisy. You have any questions, Daisy, about the whole thing? Huh? No, Daisy's tired. But it's interesting because I work as a star seed. I work with a thing called the Ashtar Command, which is different than the tall lights. The Ashtar Command are very Christed beings of light. They're men and women. I have two sisters and a brother off planet, and they're watching the show from a monitoring screen on a large ship. They've been watching the show for almost a good couple of years now. But there's a whole thing going on, and your story's so interesting because people talk about the tall lights on my show that they've had been encountered with them or contactees, but you're giving a more definitive description of your experience as a person that's a contactee. You're physically, folks. He's physically been going on their ship. They take him. Well, they don't just take you. Are you invited, or how does that work?
They just, I'm there.
Just
It's
there.
like I'm just transported there,
Wow.
and it's not like Star Trek or anything like that. It's just like
Right.
I'm there. There's
Like
no
if I'm standing,
particles.
so if you're staying in the room right here and they want you to come on the ship, you'll disappear off the screen and you'll be on the ship in 2 seconds or
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
but usually
Interesting.
they're in the atmosphere when they do that. So
They are okay. Do you ever get beamed up on the ship or are you just there?
I'm just there. I don't understand all these people who say they've seen a huge light come down, and
Yeah.
then
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that there are some people that when they say they're experimented on that it's true, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that's not been my experience.
Yeah. And I believe you. Not everybody has the same experience. Well, the abductees, that's different than a contactee. A contactee in definition would be somebody who's not abducted and having experiments on. The abductee is the ones that I've interviewed have had implants, but that's a lower vibrational situation going on. But yours seems to be you haven't had any implants or anything. You've been really having some really intergalactic experiences, to put it mildly.
I wish they'd fix my arthritis.
Yeah. For some reason, I don't think the space people are allowed to interfere with our physical thing.
I
But
know.
did you say Pluto? Now, were you kidding when you said about Pluto? As far as Pluto, have you been out to Pluto on their ship?
Yeah,
Tell
I
us
have.
about what Pluto is and what does that look like on a spaceship with the tall lights or whatever.
Just it's the well, they have that dual moon right there. That might as well be a dual planet system.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it's like it looks like in the pictures that they
Mm-hmm.
sent back from that rover in 2015.
Yeah.
It's red and white. It's got snow caps.
Mm-hmm.
Um, sorry, my
Supposedly,
my dog
supposedly
wants
many.
attention.
Oh, that's all right. Supposedly, many years ago, Paul, and I remember this. We were getting a signal coming from Pluto, like a Morse code message from the surface from an intelligence, and it was only briefly heard about, and then it was like just suppressed off the news. And I do remember this. And so, with Pluto, um, does Pluto have intelligent life on it? Have they told you that?
I haven't been on the surface, so I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I flew by it,
Interesting. Yeah, interesting.
and I will tell you
My,
that uh, the ships are greatly protected against the radiation in space. You
they are.
don't. You do not need a spacesuit.
Oh
These
wow.
shi these ships are so well designed and made that um, they have some sort of radiation shield that keeps them from being radiated, so they can
Hmm.
stay in space a long time.
Are they able to go to, let's say, our sun, for example? There've been SOHO satellite pictures from the sun of objects that are
Refueling?
spaceships refueling.
Yeah.
So they can go to our sun, refuel their ship with sun energy. Correct?
Yeah. I don't know
Interesting.
about these,
Interesting.
but I do know that they have the capability of doing it.
Yeah. No, I think they do. I think you're right. There's been some people tracking that kind of thing, and with our sun in our solar system. Very interesting, Paul. He's been having these things since he was a teenager, and
Yeah,
on and
I'm
off.
I'm almost 60 now, so
Well, you look like a teenager. You could have fooled me. But
I'm
no,
I'm I'm almost 58.
well, you're looking way younger than that, so you're doing good.
Good
Um,
genes.
Yes, that's it. And also having this great relationship with these space people that you're having. So we're hearing a different side of a story from a contactee, folks. I'm talking to Paul, and this is the thing. When I have people on here, all my guests have had some sort of direct experience, as opposed to these people that do these UFO shows on YouTube or whatever saying, well, let's see if we ever have contact with space people. Now, on my show, I have real people that are really having, like Paul, on and off experiences since he was a teenager, and probably will continue to have them. I would think too. There's a relationship that you have, and however that works, they seem to have. They feel good about you. You feel confident and not afraid with the tall whites, and it seems like you have a harmonious relationship in
I
some way.
think this has happened in my family for a long time, though.
Oh, just
You-
not you. Your other people in your family.
Well, my dad would tell stories, and they
Mm-hmm.
sounded way far out there. Um, and I didn't really know what he was talking about until it started happening to me. So I think it goes back further than me, my
Yeah,
dad.
yeah. I've heard of
I think certain
generational stories.
families are
Yeah,
bloodlines or something.
yeah. Generational. It could be going back into the 1900s that people in your family, your ancestors had contact. I mean, I can't know that, but I've heard of that. They'll say, "Oh, my cousins had it, my grandmother had it." I've had people in the last few years who said, "This is not me. I had my grandmother, who's not here anymore. She had contact. My grandfather did." So in some cases, you try to figure out why is it generational? Why is it different generations in the same?
And me and my sister and my dad all had abilities. So, like, almost psychic abilities. So,
Really?
yeah.
So
I
you
can't,
have these abilities,
I
right?
can't, like, pick the winning lottery numbers or anything
No,
like
no,
that.
no, no, no. I know that. Yeah.
Mine, my abilities happen in feelings like deja vu or dreams or
Mm-hmm.
visions.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I can get a feeling off of somebody and just read them.
Yeah.
If they're BSing or
Yeah.
my dog is just laying in my lap wanting cuddles. So, if I'm
Yeah.
looking down, I'm petting her. So,
Yeah. You have like sort of an intuitive ability would be a
yeah,
kind of a good word to put it.
yeah.
And that's great, if you can be intuitive. Um,
It's
I
just
think
very
that,
sensitive
yeah,
to paranormal things and otherworldly things.
yeah. See, and not all billions of people on this earth have that, but there is, I think, in my audience anyway, there are people that are waking up to what they are and who they are beyond just being a human being. That we're now seeing with contact coming soon, people are starting to get awoken up more about who they are. They're meditating. They're trying to find out who they are more, which is, I think, a good thing. And you're helping just by being here. There are other people listening to your story that might come forward and say, wait, Paul, I've had that same experience. I've also been taken on a spaceship. I've also had experiences. So people don't feel alone. And that you can also know in my audience around the world, you're not alone at all because we've had a lot of people here that understand this and are very much interested in it.
No, Jen, I am not AB negative. I'm O negative.
Yeah. And let people understand the blood type has nothing to do whether you have contact with intelligence from outer space. It has to do, and who knows why people are chosen. That's the only thing I've never figured out in all the years of my experience as a contactee. And I've actually just stated up to whatever's going to happen. If they're going to contact you, they'll contact you. I don't think anybody knows when it's going to happen. It'll just happen, right? Happen just for you when you're a teenager. Happened for
Yeah.
me when I was a kid. I saw beautiful people, men and women that were telepathic in light blue spacesuits with a flying saucer, and it was the most beautiful communications of love, you know.
Well, I appreciate you having me on. Thank you so much. But
Yeah, Paul,
I
thank
have
you.
got to get up in about 5 hours.
Okay. Well, hopefully you don't have to go on the spaceship between time you have to get up. You never know.
If I do, I do. If I
You
don't,
do, you do. He's so look how mellow he is about this. This is pretty cool. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you, man.
thank you. Have a good
I'm
one.
following you. I am following Paul. He's a new friend of the show. And thank you so much for being here. Sleep well and have cosmic journeys, Paul. We're going to let him down. All right. What a great guest, you know. This is what I'm talking about, folks. This is why this show is what it is for the last 3 years. This is why we do what we do. Because we have people on here that are here that are having experiences. They're not hoping or talking about UFOs and talking about the space people. There's a percentage of people in here that I know are having experiences. And at some point, they'll come forward and they'll say, Commander, I want to come up, or I have a story to tell you. And when they feel comfortable and confident, they will come up. You know, there's so many things that are going on. When people take the time, if people, more people take the time to focus on this whole thing, you know, and focus on who they want to be, what we want to see, who we want to contact. Everybody has the ability to have that. Now, I'm not saying go out and have contact with Zetas or something like that. You know where my position is on that. But in his story, they were working with the tall whites, you know, and he talked about going on their ship. He talked about he was taken on the ship to over the planet Pluto on a spaceship. He saw the planet from the ship. Now, how many people can come on a show and physically say that they've been on a spaceship? I don't care what UFO show it is on TikTok, that's going to say I've been taken near Pluto and I want to share that part of the story. Tell me somebody. You know, I've had people that have had plasma beings in their room. Plasma beings. They're tall. They are plasma. They call them plasma beings. You know, light beings. You know, and the fact is, now we learn new information. Like, get this. You know, think about it for a moment. This show's being recorded. It'll be on my YouTube channel. Paul said, and you have to hear what he said. He said right on the show that the tall whites have bases in our oceans, that they are here physically in our oceans. They have space bases, the tall whites. Now, I don't know where they are. They're not the same as the asteroid bases, but they have their own bases on the planet Earth in remote areas. Interesting. They don't have enough evidence. You know, don't be afraid, Samantha. We're gonna bring Samantha up here. Samantha, don't be nervous. The commander will treat you like a family here. So come on up. So now get this. The tall whites have bases on the planet in the oceans or the seas on our planet. I don't know how many, and that's something I never knew. That's new to me. Hey, Samantha, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Let me give you camera availability here on Encounters, the number one spiritual UFO talk show. And the commander treats everybody beautifully here, so don't be nervous. Hey, Samantha.
Hi, how are you?
We're doing good. We're starting off with a very incredible show tonight with a Paul S. who been taken by the tall whites, and that was a really interesting story. So tell us about yourself, where you are, and your history.
Okay, so it's interesting because I have never seen any physical beings when I've being awake. I've had so many sightings. I used to have insomnia as a child, and I would look out my window and see lots of things, and then I would dream that I could see me and my mom and my sister in a trance walking into a spaceship, and the yard was lit up all green. Everything was green. It was crazy, but not scary. Um, But I'm just trying. Sorry, I'm nervous. I didn't know I was going to get to come
Oh,
out.
it's okay. You're good. You're good. Take a
But
deep
I do have
breath.
a cool story from last night that I was going to share, and I ended up falling asleep. But I'm the one that had adopted 2 cats, and I saw a green orb in my room.
Oh,
So I
wow.
had my cats for about 2 weeks, and then I remember I was on the phone with one of my friends, and I thought I saw a green ball, and I'm like, "That's nuts! I didn't see anything." And then a couple minutes later, I saw it again. I was like, "Dude, I am seeing something in my room." It looked like a little marble. And
Yeah.
my cat was watching it a lot longer than I could see it. I only saw
Really? Okay. Wow.
glimpses, but
Mm-hmm.
their owner had passed away about a month before that. So I don't know if that was maybe her visiting them. Um, anyway, so back to my stuff.
About your stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so anytime there's been 2 different times where I was getting out of unhealthy relationships. And the first time I had a dream that I was with him and his family, and I had gotten levitated from one side of this porch into the yard away from them.
Wow.
And then here's the kicker: when I was leaving the worst one, I just got divorced a couple of years ago,
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks before I knew I was leaving, before I even knew I was going to get a divorce,
Mm-hmm.
me and my ex-husband saw what looked like a stretched out star in the sky. And there had been so many times where I'd say, "Look at the sky." He's like, "That's nothing, that's nothing." And we watched it, and he's like, "What is that?" And I just saw it shrink and shrink and then shrink
Oh
and
my
then shrink
gosh.
into nothing. Into nothing.
How high up was it in the sky? Do you know?
Oh, it was high. It looked like it was a star.
Oh, wow.
It looked like it was a star. And then so I have one really cool story that just it feels so real. It was just a
Mm-hmm.
dream, so I think. But I had a dream, and this was before I had kids, that a spaceship had landed,
Mm-hmm.
and there were 3 beings that came out of it,
Mm-hmm.
but they were wearing spacesuits, so I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't see what they looked like, but they were all the same height. 2 of them were children, one was my friend, and we were speaking telepathically. And the first thing he said to me was, "I'm surprised that you remember me." And I was like, "Of course I remember you." And the
Mm-hmm.
kids were like jumping up and down, clapping their hands. And then I remember like inviting them into the house, and me and my friend were speaking telepathically like the whole evening. And when I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
dream, sometimes I know I astral travel because I'll wake up feeling exhausted after a good night of
Yeah,
dreaming.
yeah.
And it
Mm.
felt so real.
It was real.
It felt, yes, I very much feel like it was real. So I
Yeah, it
guess
was real.
I'm like, do dreams qualify as contact? And the fact that when I'm going through major life things and I see
Mm-hmm.
things,
It wasn't a dream. I'm reading in your energy. There was no dream. Your thought, your brain wants you to think it was a dream. You actually had a physical encounter with space people. The one in the suit. How tall was the space person in the suit?
maybe 5 foot.
Yeah, yeah. And the 2 children, were they also wearing a suit?
Yep.
Yeah. The
And I loved them. Like I loved
mhm,
them. I don't know if they were like my kids or maybe from
mhm.
like a different dimension or different something.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like they were kids that were put in me and then taken away.
Right. No, they weren't. No, that wasn't the this space person. They were human under the suits. They're human, like we are.
Okay.
The kids are human. As I'm reading your energy, they are part of your star family. I don't know where they come from, but you evidently have the ability to connect with them if you wish to. You already know that, don't you?
I wanted it so all the hairs on my back are standing straight up. I would love to learn how. And I just discovered you a few weeks ago, so I'm super
Oh, thank
excited.
you.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to have you here. So you can connect with them. A matter of fact, as I close my eyes for a moment, you can connect with them. Um, their planet is hmm, about 15 to 20 light years from Earth. I don't know exactly where it is. It's 15 to 20 light years. I just got that. When I close my eyes, I get information. So for you, it's 15 to 20 light years away from the planet Earth. It's a very beautiful planet, and the people on it are human.
Okay,
They're very advanced, so to speak.
so there was a dream, one of my dreams when I was not on Earth. A lot of times I'll travel. Like when I was
Mm-hmm.
married, I'd go to Florida all the time and go swimming and feel the sun and taste the salt water and all that. Like I
Mm-hmm.
spent a lot of
Mm-hmm.
time at the beach, and I live in
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota in my
Oh,
dreams.
okay.
But
Yeah.
this place I went to, it was like a beautiful, beautiful ocean. And it had three moons.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was mostly water or what. I don't think it was just a dream, but I know it wasn't Earth.
No,
Do you get anything from
you actually traveled to their planet. See, it's not a dream. You traveled to their planet. You actually traveled to their planet because you're able to. Your human mind tells you doesn't know that you can do this, but if you are looking at your inner consciousness, your inner higher self, you were able to create that ability to travel from this planet to 15, 20 years light years away to their planet. The fact that you're describing in detail the water and everything is because you were physically on the planet and you were able to go there. Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yes. Um, I did want to say something to you while
Hmm.
I get to be on here because I almost feel like a little star shocked, whatever.
It's
Um,
okay.
So I happened one of the first nights I had watched your show, I missed most of it, but there was a guy that was talking and kind of was sharing scary stories, and you didn't like that, so you invited one of your friends to come up, and then she had some crystals, and you're like, this is just a little gift I'm gonna do for you guys, and you didn't go into some crazy like meditation talk through anything. You just said this is what we're gonna do. So I closed my eyes when you told everybody to close your eyes. When I close my eyes and meditate, I do see a lot of geometric shapes. This time it was not geometric shapes. I was going on a soul roller coaster ride. It was so fun. So thank you for that. That was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I
Yeah.
just had
So, and tell me more about the. I'm visualizing the planet where they come from now in my consciousness.
yeah.
I see that they have they don't have a lot of clouds, but they have a atmosphere that's very breathable. And I see the planet as having land and water as I visualize it in my consciousness. When I have my eyes closed, I'm zooming in on their planetary system. And their planet has land masses and waterways that are around the planet. And they do have cities and also areas where people live. It's more of I'm getting dome-like structures on
I
their planet.
so how do I learn how to get there? I know I've heard you teach some things. I just think I need to tune in and listen more.
Yes, the word tune in is the important thing because I can work in space consciousness, which I did just now in order to do this. When you close your eyes, you tap out of what's in your room. The main thing is most people, if you keep your eyes open, you're going to be distracted by the TV set, by the lamp, by the window, by the door. These are all distractions. When you close your eyes, it's not just closing the eyes. You have to be tuned in to beyond your consciousness within. So when I close my eyes, I can tune in and I can receive information and get a visual of an area. I'm able to do that.
It's
When you
amazing.
close your eyes, Samantha, what you want to do is remember who these space people were that visited you with the two children. Use that as your impetus to have that contact with them. I believe truly that if you do that and you practice that in what I call a cosmic meditation, you'll be able to tap into their consciousness telepathically, communicate with them, remember who they are. You can communicate with the children and with the adult and tell them that you wish to, visit them and you wish to come to their planet and get to know them more and get to see them. I believe you can do this because you're not dreaming. The times that you call a dream were actually when you were going to their planet about 15, 20 light years away from Earth.
You
To
should
be
see
more
my
specific.
goosebumps. You can't see them on this camera. You just got all. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I'll start tonight.
I've been tuning in on your energy field, and I understand. And if I close my eyes, that's when I get the information for you. And I guess I'm gifted with that ability, being also from space in a human body. So I feel blessed and humbled by that. So if it helps you any, you'll be able to visit them soon. You'll be able
Thank
to
you.
visit them soon.
Awesome.
You know.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the chance to have a chat. I thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. You're a blessing. See how easy it was to be on here?
Yeah,
Okay. Samantha, I'll keep it updated when you do take the journey and you come back. I want to hear the update, all right?
absolutely.
Okay, everybody. Samantha, thank you so much.
Thank
I'm going
you.
to bring her down. And let's see here. So the way I do it here is, so let me kind of let you know a little bit more about me, okay? I do a lot of interviews here. I do have the ability when I read people's consciousness when they tell a story. Sometimes, in that case with Samantha, I was able to read in and visually see the planet that those space people came from with the kids. And it is a beautiful planet. I just had a quick image of that planet about 15, 20 light years from Earth. So thank you, Samantha. Great story. Paul S., our first guest, great story. Um, And this is what it's important to know. You know, Marcus is going to be our next guest, and he's going to have a video to show us here. And we're going to bring Marcus up. And let's see here. We'll bring Marcus up on the show. Our third guest on Encounters. You're watching the #1 spiritual UFO talk show, Encounters. And now I have Marcus coming up. I'm trying to bring him up on camera. Let's see what I can do here. And he's going to be sharing some video footage here on the program. Okay, I'm going to press my little button. Marcus, good evening.
All right. Good evening. How's it going, man?
We're doing well. Good to have you with us. I'm going to bring you on camera.
Sorry about that. The camera's a little messed up right now. But anyways, I was going to go ahead and flip this forward real quick. That way I can show you what I have.
Yeah, let's do that.
So let me go ahead here real quick. So since we last spoke,
I have to put your camera on though. You'll have to get your camera on to show it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's been a while. I was on your show.
Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and play this out for you quick. This happened 2 nights ago. Okay, so I get this thing going back over here.
When you're ready, because he's been on before, I'll just press the save button and I'll bring him on to camera to show the video.
There we go. Much better. All right.
You're watching Encounters, and Marcus is the third guest, and we're going to see some video footage here on the show. Please join us if you're coming in scanning TikTok. Join us here on Encounters. I'm still going to try to get him on the camera. All he has to do is press.
Are you able to see me or see the video?
I see nothing yet because you need to press the save button.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, there's the video. So we're going to Marcus. Tell us where this is.
All right, so this footage, this footage that's coming up, this is going to be from Woodlake, California. This is going to be the east side of the Central Valley. I've been having a lot of and kind of, I guess you could say, encounters in some ways. This one really took a big difference when it came to the interactions. This is going to be a flying saucer. The other night, I was like half asleep, so I was going out to have a cigarette at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. All right, let's go.
Oh, wow, look at that.
And that thing just, here, let me go ahead and go back real quick.
And can you bring the picture in more? Is it going to be foggy? Let's see here. Look at that. That's the light there. That thing was below the cloud level, too.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to go ahead, and I wanted to show you another thing that's on this footage as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What we're seeing now is, this is from California, from Marcus. This was recently recorded.
So right over here, you got beings right here on the right-hand side right there. They're going to be right there on the right side of the fence.
Okay.
So right there. So right before it gets blurry, you're going to see, you see a head right there. Right there.
Like in between the trees or bushes?
Yeah, right here. So right here.
Are we looking at the heads of a being?
Yes, we are.
Okay, folks, look at this right now. We're looking at, are there two different heads, one on the one side, one on the other side? Or is it just the one in the middle between the bushes?
No, there's about three of them. You got
three of them.
You got one on this side right here, the left side. One's in the middle. You got the other one right over here.
Yeah, let's go in more. You can see their faces too. They look like they have the big heads, the Zeta.
Yep.
So those are Zeta. Look at the pictures. They're also a little bit blurry. Can we clear? There's it right there. Right there you can see one in the middle. I see the one there. There's one on the right side, I think. And I see those, and there's another one somewhere. But the other two are really prevalent.
So yeah, when I was trying to get in touch with you recently, it was because of the matter that, you know, I was experiencing a lot of these things, but they, you know, it's progressed quite a bit within the last 7 months since the last time I seen you.
Wow.
I've been collecting information, more information. I didn't know that they had children, as you were speaking with the last person on air, the woman that was before me.
Samantha, she's having human interaction with human beings.
You know, the ETs had children.
Oh yeah, they do. Extraterrestrials do have children, actually. Yeah.
We have fruit trees and stuff, and you'll see like the branches kind of like going back and forth, like it's like there was kids playing.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense now. So what I do is you know, if you're a good ET, you know, no harm or nothing like that, I tell them, make yourself feel free. You guys are welcome here. And I said, there's fruit. If you guys want fruit, have fruit. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what they eat, but you know, if they're, you know, the good ones, and you know, they're not gonna be hurtful or mean, you know. Mi casa su casa. You know,
so tell me, I love how you're expressing the way you're empowered in your light. You're empowered. I can tell, like we talked before. You're really in control of who you are. You know who you are, and so no being can just come in and abduct you or do anything to you, because you're empowered in your light, and they can't touch that. And so the beings that we saw in the picture just now, and we did see them, and you've documented it. What were they doing? Did you know, beyond the fact that you captured that, what was their purpose? Did they do anything, or what was going on?
Honestly, they look like they've been doing what they've been doing for quite some time. They usually stand by. Sometimes in this, like even in the sky, you can see them like in these orbs forms.
Yeah.
And like they'll all of a sudden, like you can see them just appearing in the sky. And you can see like a hand going like this, like they wave. I've never really been face to face where I actually talked to one. I've, you know, spoken to them, you know, just, you know, said, hey, you know, you guys are good, you know, feel free.
Have you had different experiences, not just the Zeta? That I want you to show that picture again with the beings that were in the tree, because some people missed it. But with the Zeta, the ones that were in the tree right here, you'll see them, folks, in the tree here. If you missed any part of this, we're going to show it to people that are just coming in here. So my friend Marcus is in California, and he's documented these beings that are right there. You can see the being right there with the big face, and there's like 4 of them. It's a little bit blurry, but let me bring my camera down and see if that helps a bit for a minute. Hold on. Okay, so I didn't want to do that to Marcus. Wait a minute. Bringing Marcus up, and I'm going, here we go. So Marcus is on the big screen here. So without getting it blurry, let's take a look at the beings that are in between the tree there. You can see them if you're looking right here. You can see that one right there, very prevalent. There's about 4 different ones. One near another tree, this other one here. And it looks like they have, like, their eyes are showing like they're 2 eyes. And is that a video?
Yes, sir. This is that video.
It looks like the Zeta is blinking their eyes. I mean, unless I'm like, so we're looking not at a photo, we're seeing a video of what he captured. So it looks like they're moving their head in between the tree line. Am I just losing it, or is that possible?
Oh no, brother. You're correct. You're accurate.
So everyone watch this. Let's bring back the Zeta, the being that's looking in between the tree. He's videotaping them, and they're moving their face. They're moving their face on the video. No one, I don't think anybody who's into UFO broadcasting on YouTube or anything is ever going to be able to document what he's just doing. Look at this. If you're not watching this, folks, you're missing an incredible thing here. So there's the being right there. You can see he's moving. He's wearing some sort of outfit, and his head's there, and he's moving a little bit. Watch the one in the center. Watch the one in the center. He's moving his face. I can't point to it, but Marcus, maybe point to the one in the middle where the 2 trees are. Right there. Look at that one. Right there, people. You want some documentation of what's going on the planet Earth. You can see he's moving. Look at it. There's no way, maybe a pencil pointing. I don't know how you're going to do that. Maybe with a pencil. That might be good. He's right there. He's pointing it right with his finger. Right, that one right there. Right there, you can see it moving. Right there.
Yep.
Focus, everybody. Focus. You'll see it. Look at that. This is a live video footage of a space being, a Zeta, in between. Now, there's 3 other ones, but this one's the most obvious one to look at. Amazing footage, Marcus.
Let's go ahead and so I could show everybody that aircraft one more time.
Yeah, let's do that.
Bounce that back real quick.
And this is recorded last weekend?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. He recorded this 2 nights ago. Yeah. And you're going to see a spaceship that he recorded below the clouds, zooming right past his location. It's really fast. You're really going to have to look at this, folks. He's in California. Laura, L and Laura, he's in California. Look at that right there. Look at that thing.
Let me go ahead and rewind this real bit. So right here, you got this thing going.
And it looks like it's going through. It's going between. It's going through the clouds and below the clouds. Correct.
Correct.
From your observation, how big do you think that craft was?
I'm going to be honest with you, sir. I'm going to have to go with pretty big, because due to the way that that's not the speed of it, but the way that how clear it is, because that's just a regular home camera. I mean, it's not nothing fancy or nothing like that. And every time I zoom in, it looks huge. I'm not going to say exactly a mothership, but the mothership would be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it'd be bigger. It's not small, but it's not. It's like, it could be as big as a bus, maybe.
Yes.
And
like I said, I'll see them at nighttime. Like with my own eyes, I will see them. It seems like they're a little skittish a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make sure, kind of like every time when I see them more, and they like my energies, they'll kind of show themselves a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's like a slow process.
And have you uploaded the video of this on your channel on here on TikTok? People are asking about that.
You are the only one I've actually shared this video with.
Okay. Wow. I'm amazed. I think it's amazing that we exclusively have Marcus, my friend in California, sharing it with our show over everything else out there. And I appreciate that much, because I really respect you. And, I take very seriously the work that I have to do here about disclosure and the truth. And that's what I say. People like Marcus, my friend out there, and other people around the world have come forward on my show. This is disclosure, folks. This is the things that are not being told by the green beans. And I'm being very careful with my wording here. The green beans aren't telling us anything. But you out there, people like Marcus and other people around the world have come forward in 3 years, have had visitations, like Paul S., who came on the show earlier. He's been taken on a ship with the tall lights. He's a contactee. This is the kind of quality we have here. We have people here that are dedicated to the truth here and dedicated to disclosure. Marcus, I want to thank you, man, for coming on.
Absolutely. And if you can, send me your email and I'll email this video to you. I'm just trying to be careful with what I do with this because you know how it is. But
I know how it is.
Purposes, so
if you give me permission, I'll add it to my Ashtar Command Spaceship News channel and tell me the date and time and just a little write-up about it, and we'll put it on there and give it the justice it deserves on a very serious channel. So I appreciate that. I'll message you by email.
Yes, brother.
Or message me and I'll message you.
Okay, brother. Sounds good. Anything for you.
All right, Marcus. Thank you, brother. Marcus, everybody. Another great guest on our show from out west, documenting activity. And so I know some of you didn't see the video clearly. When I do get the video, I'm going to post it on Ashtar Command Spaceship News, and then you can observe the video in full screen, and you can observe the beings that a number of people did see. Some people didn't see it, but you'll be able to see it. So yeah, really, really cool. Thank you so much. And this is why I am here, because I have quality people coming on here. In the last 3 years, I've never had a bad interview with anybody. I've never had bad footage. I've always had people bring stuff here. Jojo, thank you. Mike, pics can be shown on the live. You can show your pics if you don't want to have your face on, but you have to go on live and you have to have maybe another camera with the pics to show them on the live. You can do that too when you feel ready to do it. Excuse me, definitely. Nicole, thank you. Hey, Nicole, good to see you. Thank you, Gazelle. Thank you for the live. Thank you for the cheer you up. We appreciate it very much. We appreciate everybody on here. And hello, everybody coming in here. Mr. Brex Fox, salute. Thank you so much. Ones I took. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I just have my phone. Well, Mike, if you if you message me on TikTok, I'll give you my email. Send me some photos and I can show them on here and bring you up and we can narrate it. Lynn, thank you for the Shamrock. That's right. It's the eve of St. Patrick's night. So good to have everybody with us here. It isn't ironic that as children we were told to be honest and tell the truth. Adorable and crazy. How you doing? Elegant Beauty. I was here 3 nights ago. Hey, Elegant Beauty. Good to have you with us. Elegant Beauty has now got 27 followers. And let's see here. Thank you, Ashley, for putting it there. Learning Moon. I like that name. What truth with the connection with O-blood type can you share? So I've been over the last 3 years asked about O-type plus and minuses. I just want people to know that if you're concerned that if you don't have a certain blood type, that you will not have contact with your star family or space people or what have you. It really has no relevance to whether you have contact. If space people want to contact anybody here, they can do it tomorrow. They can do it right now. There's no way of knowing how it happens or when it's going to happen. That's the only thing that I can tell you I don't know, is how and when they decide to, the good ones, the good space beings decide to make contact with, let's say, a family or a person or what have you. There's no way of knowing that. But don't worry about the blood type. It won't affect whether you have contact or not. It really won't. Learning Moon. So yeah, nothing to worry about. You're all good. Let's see here. Sandra says, Commander, wait until you see how many still won't see them. When you're not ready, you're just not going to see. That's true. When people are ready, that's when the contact will happen. Absolutely true. Thank you there, Grateful Love. We're grateful to see you. That's just a great name, Grateful Love. I like that. Ruby Blue says, I saw 2 bright lights in the sky at night. They looked like they were going to collide, but didn't. Hey, I'd like to hear that story. I think we're going to see if Ruby Blue can come on here. Ruby Blue, if you want to share that story a little bit more in depth, go into the multi-guest option. We'll have you on here on Encounters. And let's see what we got here. Elegant Beauty. Let's see. Don't worry about it. You don't get much of that on my show, Adorable. Don't worry about it. That might be happening somewhere else. On here, very little of that happening. No worries. They look like actual doors in space. Let's see here. Hey, CmdrAleon, good evening. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, AOL email is the only thing I use on AOL anymore. Let's see here. For the most part, most are. Now, in Paul S.'s situation, who was on as a contactee, the Zeta that are working with the tall whites, they are like, they don't do anything. And then there's the other Zeta he was talking about that are negative. They do their thing. So yeah, it's interesting. You're welcome, Elegant Beauty. And let's continue getting you more followers. We're gonna so everybody follow Elegant Beauty. She has like 25 or 26 followers. Everybody follow her. I want to get her up on the show to tell her story. Elegant Beauty. So Elegant Beauty's I'm pinning her, so everybody follow her too. So this is what we do in my show for 3 years. If someone is interesting and they just can't get up here on live, they don't have enough people, I'm really about helping everybody, It's really about that. Let's see here. Hello there, Lillian. Good to see you. Alcos, thank you for the flowers. I should say, I am ready. And I'm going to experiment. She's got 52 followers. Okay, I think at 52, this will be interesting. See if you can come up, Elegant Beauty. You have 52 followers. We'll see if we get her on audio. Maybe not. Maybe not yet. She says she's ready to come up. Excuse me. Excuse me. I need to have more. I was going to say apple cider. Hey, Kitty Committee. I'm drinking some Dell's lemonade. This is like lemonade night. Let's see who I got here. Gamel. Let me see. Gamel. We'll take a chance here. And let me see. Gamel, good evening. Welcome to Encounters.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Can I bring you on? Actually,
I don't want to show. I don't want to show my face.
Well, I can't anyway. You don't have enough followers, but that's good enough.
Oh, okay,
Tell
good.
us where you are and tell me about your story and what you want to share here tonight.
All right, I need you to straighten me out on this. I lived in Richmond, Virginia, but I live in Atlanta now. I live just outside of Atlanta. Black male, 53 years old. My father was in Nation of Islam. Okay, and they believe in a UFO. On the top of the earth, 10 miles up, whatsoever. But my father was part of the hierarchy of this nation. And the funniest thing that happened to me is one night in Virginia, because the hierarchy in this Islamic cult, so to speak, is that they speak to a certain aliens. I forgot what they call them.
Well, actually, aliens don't exist, but it's extraterrestrial intelligence.
Extraterrestrials. Maybe. Otherworldly, that's what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, I came downstairs in the middle of the night and my father was talking to one. And I went halfway down the steps and it turned around. It was a glowing being and it was like 7 feet tall. And it looked like it was just lit up, like glowing.
Yeah.
And its head was round, but it looked like it had a dress on of some sort. Like there was 1, 2, about 3 parts of it it's just the shape was odd, and there was such peace when I came downstairs, but it looked like my father was sitting on the couch. It was standing up talking to him.
Really? This is
They were
interesting.
talking. Now,
What was it, verbal talking or telepathic communications?
I don't know, because
Yeah.
honestly, now you're asking the right questions. There was no noise.
Yeah.
I came downstairs and it just looked at me very peacefully. And it's like, go back upstairs.
The space being looked at you very peacefully, and you got the message that it only
Go
wanted to talk to your father, and it told
Yeah,
you to go upstairs.
pretty much.
Wow. Interesting.
And I'm
I
not
get that.
religious. Look, I'm not religious, not any of that. But
Yeah, yeah.
and then after that in my life, I got stopped a lot by people who would invite me to, I guess, like, people would talk to me, like strange people would come up to me and talk to me about, you know, UFO stuff. But I would never, I would kind of be defensive about it, because like, this lady that was in Cummings, Georgia, came up to me once and she says, we have meetings and this and that and this and that and this and that. And I'm like, I don't know you, lady.
Right.
Why are you coming to me asking me these things? You know, it's like she knew what I knew.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not attracted to that stuff. It
Yeah.
seemed to come forward. And maybe everybody gets confronted by that, but it kind of gets me a little paranoid, but I choose to take the blue pill or whatever pill.
But you have to, it's interesting. Let's just focus on one thing here. These people don't even know you, and they're attracted to your energy, and they're coming up talking about UFOs.
Yeah.
Or what have you. Isn't that kind of interesting?
Yeah, they were abducted, usually. And one time, a very peaceful man came to me in Wilmington. I travel a lot.
Yeah.
And he asked me, very concise, you'd have to chop me up and break me apart to remember what he was asking me. Either he was FBI or he was asking too many questions. But the energy was still, here we go again, otherworldly. Where do I stand in life? How do I feel about this, that, and the other thing? But the questions seem to be boom, boom, question, and then something really out of this world, and then question. I don't know.
So, did you think some of the people that you met were not, if you look at their faces and look in their eyes, did some of them look like just regular people, or did some of them look like they weren't really from here?
A lot of them in the eyes, you could tell that there was something in the eyes. Like, see, some people say that, and this is how now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I look in some of their eyes, but some people say that when you have a heart transplant or, the machine put in your heart, you can see a heartbeat. You can see something happening in their eyes. But I would see, it looks like their eyes were blinking. Like, not like the colored part, the cornea.
Yeah.
I would see something going on with the eyes.
This is really interesting. Your story is very fascinating to listen to. And a thing with your father and the space being that was tall was basically, it feels like it was a light being in some sort of an energy field with your father.
I mean, it had to be something. And I forgot, everyone talks about these aliens. They're like Asumerians or something like that, or starts with an A.
You're not talking about, okay, repeat what you just said. I'm going to try to
A Sumerian? I know Sumerians aren't that, but it's like they find them in the...
You know about the Arcturians?
Huh?
Talking about the Anunnaki or the Arcturians?
Yes.
Yeah, the Anunnaki are tall tall humans. They
Yes.
exist. They're real. I have friends on my show here in the Appalachian Mountains that have contact with the Anunnaki.
Yes. That's real.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
I don't care what anybody says.
The Anunnaki are real. Absolutely.
And they don't mean any harm. What do you think about that?
The Anunnaki used to be very different. They got transformed by some experiences, and they, just like anything else, people evolve. And, they evolve from being one type of being to having compassion and understanding, and they're way different than they were from the initial history of the Anunnaki early on.
My father told me that they had a lot of influence in wars with leaders and all of that too. Like they were bad. Like
they used to be. They used to be in the early stages of their life, just like humans here on Earth. They evolved to now where they are here to help the planet.
I'm telling you, man, when I came down that was the only thing that ever happened in my life that was kind of like, hey, have you ever seen a ghost? I'm like, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a dream. And my father would map out the stars and show me the stars and talk about the history. And I didn't listen very carefully, but I saw how deeply, like, a regular person can't get into something that they don't like. You have to want to be in this thing. My father was so deeply in doing this. And this Nation of Islam, my father was way up there. He was way up there with Malcolm X.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Now, did your father get taken? Did he ever talk to you about being taken on a spaceship? Or did he just keep coming to him in the house?
I think he was visited more than anything.
Yeah, he wasn't taken on a ship.
No, because I think he had a real loyalty and belief.
Yeah.
And they didn't have to hassle him at all. He sucked. He searched for knowledge. Like he wanted to know all that they knew.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it made him want to seek more knowledge. Because when you have proof of this, my father told me in Mexico, after this guy died, he went to Mexico and he would see lights all in at night. He would watch the lights, and he used to. Oh, I'm sorry. He said that when he was sent to the Korean. He was in the Korean War, so there's a boot camp somewhere in New Mexico or something. I think somewhere in there. And he said, let's just say this: he always watched the stars. He beckoned for them. And he got exactly what he wanted. And that's manifestation.
Did he, did the light being space person, when he went other places, did they keep in contact with him wherever he was?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, way my father was speaking to this person or thing, or my father was sitting down very comfortably, and this thing was just standing up, talking to him within like 3 feet.
3 feet, standing up 3 feet from your father. That's amazing.
Yes. Yes.
When your father traveled, though, did he, the space being,
I'm positive, yes.
He would meet him in, let's say, Mexico or wherever he was.
I'm positive that he was able to communicate with this thing whenever he wanted or whenever it showed up. He wouldn't be surprised. And it did not abduct him.
No. Well, I'm not getting that's the energy there. It's definitely a positive energy.
Yeah. I miss him.
Yeah. So your father no longer is here, right? Am I correct?
No, he's not here anymore.
So I would say this. I'm reading your energy, and I'm getting into the cosmic realm of this. I think your father is with them, is with the space beings physically.
He is.
I know he is.
You know what he said before he see, he used to say things just like any other parent. You know, throw the seeds out, and then when you get a certain age, you realize what he said. Or
Yeah.
he threw a lot of that out. Now, he told me, he said, Gamal, when I die, don't worry about me. He says, if I have a spirit, I'll be there at the funeral for a few minutes. But if I realize that I can travel the universe, he said, I am gone.
So let me just, he's right. You know, your father was right. He actually chose to go back to his space body. We talked about this on our show. Maybe, I'm glad you're here to find my show. We have a lot of people like myself that I am also space consciousness. My parents are watching us on a spaceship, the Astro Command, which are very beautiful people. And I have two sisters and a brother off planet, and a mother and a father. And I know their names. So they watch the show when I'm on live, and my other friend April in Vermont. Now, I would say that your father, from telling your story, he is with them. If you heard the definition, people, of stasis, he had a space body in stasis. So he's not only traveling the universe, he's back in his space body with his space consciousness. That's why your father had a great knowledge and was able to communicate with the tall being when the being told you to go back upstairs. I also think, as I'm reading your energy, you have the gift to also connect with the space people.
I'm never going to do it.
You don't have to, but you do have the ability. Do you realize that?
Yes, I do.
I knew you do. I knew
But
it.
I'm not going to do it.
And you don't have to do it, but I just figured, not everybody is awakened yet. You're an awakened soul. Your father, I think, had a lot to do with it. I think in the lineage of your father came from off planet into the human experience. And when you were born, you had the same ability that your father had. And I think it goes back generational with contact, what I call contact.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Because
very
you know what's so
story.
interesting too? It's almost like, I don't think they approach you unless there's some sort, tell me this, unless there's some sort of kinship or some investment, like why would this thing, why would my father be so into this?
I'll tell you why, because your father is part of that star civilization that being came from. Your father is a star seed. He came from the same grouping. That is his star family. They were communicating with him. He has a connection. I don't know what planet they came from, but they were highly evolved. The being that was so tall standing up was highly evolved, very, very much a being of light. And your father's that way too. So your father is with the space people now.
And the funny thing is, when I came down the steps, but I don't think anybody understands. It's almost like when that happened, time didn't move.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
And just that little bit of time, you just absorb, in that little bit of time you absorb, when this thing turned around, it knew I was there,
Yeah.
And the thing is, that just it communicating with you, it's like there's so many micro specifics in there that you're like, this is blowing my freaking mind.
And I think it still blows your mind thinking about it, doesn't it?
It blows my mind to this day.
It does. It does. I know it does.
I have not seen anything like that. It's almost like you shut the door or you leave it open. But you don't leave it open. You know it's open. You either shut the door or you don't.
Right. And for you, I think, Kamel, is, and I think it's beautiful that you so remember your dad's story about his contact like this.
He was speaking about hours.
Yeah.
See, my father would call it being spooky. And he says, I don't want to be spooky. And people in the nation of Islam certain people, and even he's on YouTube, this guy Earl Grant talks about my dad, and he breaks my father down. I'm sorry, he breaks my father down to the point where he talks about his knowledge.
Yeah.
And he gets real spooky. And my father would say, "Oh, he's just spooky." You know, the
Yeah.
way my father handled it and handled his gift
Yeah.
or his knowledge
Yeah.
was inspiring to his peers.
Yeah.
But he knows, and even the people around him knew that they couldn't handle what he knew.
Yeah. He
It's
knew a
almost
lot of
like he was
stuff.
gifted.
He was, because like I said,
It's kind of egotistical, though.
not really. He was gifted because he's a star seed. You know what a star seed is?
Yeah.
His dad was a star seed. He came here from off planet, and he came into a human family, and he has a connection to that space being. And I get really strong feelings he went back to his physical space body, and he's with them right now.
And people don't understand, and I understand you. I've listened to you for a while,
Yeah.
but people need to understand that what they see, what they hear, what they smell, what their biological self is made of is way deeper than they think. It's infinite. And you know, you can either, my father said, you don't let your mind go to your head.
Right. Right. Your mind, the
But
brain, the mind.
it's important to have trainers like you to approach people and let them know, to keep them, some people like me talking to you now, it's almost like I'm a soda can that you just, and I'm just bleh, because it's emotional. But
Right.
people have to realize that your rhythm and your position and where you are is almost like an instrument. And the only reason why you're literally alive is you're like a orchestrator.
Yeah.
What do you call it? The guy who makes the orchestra
Yeah.
turn to music. So you're
I,
you're trying to define something so people know it's going to be okay.
It will be okay. Someone's asking, Lacey Bigfish, one of our friends here, he says, what year was that when the communications and you were going down? Do you remember what year that was when you went downstairs to see what
It
was
was
going on?
between 1990 and 93.
Oh, interesting. Okay. 1990, 1993. All right. Very good.
I can't pinpoint it
Yeah.
because you know what? All I know is that day time stood still.
Yeah. Well, what? If I had that experience and that was my father and the light being was there that was really tall and I was going downstairs, me, being the person I am, I would be going downstairs and going all the way down and saying, I'm glad to meet you. What planetary system are you from? That's me.
But you
I
know
would
what?
do that.
What if it told you to go back upstairs?
If it did, I would say, can I just hang out for a while? That's me. That's just, you ask the question there. You know me. That's what I would do.
But the way you're saying it and me kind of filtering out what I was
Yeah.
supposed to do, I was very curious.
Yeah.
But it literally was it's monotone in a kind of directive kind of way.
Yeah.
And my father was sitting there and they were talking. It was like I came in with it's like I wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And I think there's something internally in you where your curiosity is there, but the way it's formulated, you're not supposed to be there. You're not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
It's and I really like right now. I wish I could have done more, but
Yeah.
I can only
What
do
would you
what
have
it
done
said.
what would you have done if they said, if the space being said, please come down here, and telepathically told you, come down here and please sit down and listen. Would you have done it?
I think I would, because it would have given me a directive. I would have felt natural about it, but it just felt like, you know, like when two higher beings are talking, you don't interrupt.
You wanted to respect the communications, I think.
It wasn't me. I couldn't do it. It told me.
Yeah.
They both told me.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to walk in on this.
Hey, Gamal, I want to thank you, man, for coming up here and sharing that story.
I'd like to thank you
story.
for you doing what you do. And thanks for interpreting everybody and helping everybody understand these things. I don't know how to turn myself off of this, so you're going to have to
Don't worry.
I'm going to sit and listen.
If you do have visitation, don't blame me for it. Okay?
You know what? I think I will. Don't you think? Because I said it?
Yeah, you're going to have visitation. Put it this way. Things you've seen, if you've been here long enough, you've seen 3 years, things that happen on my show that are out of this world. I think, and I'm not trying to promote them to the space beings to come, the good ones to visit you, but I think that you really, on a very inner level, even though you're saying verbally no, I believe that you're going to have contact at some point.
But my question is, do you? That's not. I mean, to me, that's pretty scary. You saying that, you just blocked what I wanted to ask you.
Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Don't be scared, because when they do come, they're the good ones. The ones that look human. They're very beautiful people.
I hope so.
Nothing to be worried about.
But yeah, like I said, I never told anybody this. And I guess I waited. Every time I saw you, I was like, I should say it today. And I finally said it. And that's when I think I just opened the gate.
Yeah, you did open the gate to the cosmic. And just remember this. If you're going to have contact, remember always to say, I will only let contact of the beautiful cosmic Christed beings of light from that contacted my father. And I get there. The energy of that tall being, even though I wasn't there, was a very highly intelligent space being of some sort.
I think
I want to thank you, man.
Thank you.
I want to thank you, man. So if you do have something happen, which I think you will this year, let me know what the story is.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right, everybody. Gamal, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And we're going to bring him down gently off the spaceship here on Encounters. Watching Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show. We've gotten over to, right now, if you want to know the truth, we've had now, since 11 o'clock in the evening, 5,500 people watch this show. 5,500 people have come in this room since 11 p.m. Eastern and have watched this show. Now, do you understand what that means? Now, that we don't have 5,500 people watching the show now, we've had at between 11 and 12:31, 5,500 people watching Encounters. That's amazing. That's amazing. And I'm going to bring up the next guest here. I think it's Morales 5. I think Morales can... I'm not sure who Morales is. Morales, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where's Morales? Is Morales in here? And let me see here. Beauty, are you still with us? I'm going to try to bring Beauty up. I think she's got enough followers now. Let's see, who's coming into... I have Mike, Morales, and let's see who else. Now, I'm very random here. And I think Beauty's here somewhere. Where is she? Is she still with us? Elemento, welcome to the show. Tamara, welcome. Hello. Let's see. Hair Groovy. Janet. Take them off first. I was last. I need to know who this other person is before I bring them up. The person that is going by the name Morales P. Fiver, or something like that. Can you give us a comment to who you are? If I don't get information, I'm not just want to bring anybody up just because they're in the queue. So let me see here. And I'm just looking at comments here. Thank you for the sharing of the live, everybody. We appreciate it. Pat Baby, welcome, and all the new people coming in here. Noah Sollard, welcome, Noah Sollard. This is Encounters. Hey, extra, let's see here. Jen P30, Yaya Torres, Yaya, hello. Road Dog, good evening. I'm just looking at MGA. Welcome, MGA, to the show. Nancy Holloway on Encounters. Please share and like. Fancy free accounts for, what's that all about? Okay, April was on. I caught April earlier before I came on tonight. I was in there for a little bit. It's possible April was taken off planet. I am back, and April is not live on her app now, and I do not do not know what happened to April, Commander. I don't know what happened. She could have been taken off planet. Friends with Fairies could have been taken off planet. I don't know if she has, but she could be off planet right now. I don't know. She could be on planet. I don't know what's going on. Thank you for the live on the air, Samantha. We appreciate it. The recognition that I'm present. Fancy Free. Good to have you with us, Fancy Free. Elegant Beauty. I'm going to bring you on here. Earlier, she's got 57 followers. Elegant Beauty, press the save button if you see anything popping up. Since the beginning of the show, I've been trying to bring her up. Elegant Beauty. Elegant Beauty, go into the guest option. Grateful Love. I don't know. Oh, I don't know who did that. You know, I don't know who a moderator was that blocked you, but they should unblock you for sure. Elegant Beauty. Let's see if we can get her on here. She's got some stuff to tell us about. I'm going to try to bring her up. I don't know if she can get up, though. Maybe you need more followers. Elegant Beauty, we're going to try to get you more followers. Maybe I need to get her up to 100. So I'm going to say here, if you see me put up Elegant Beauty, okay, what's going on here? I don't know. It's not working. I was able to do it before. I'm not being able to pin her up. I don't know why. Anyway, welcome everybody to the show. You're watching Encounters. So I'm tired. Okay, we'll have to get you up earlier, maybe tomorrow night. But you're getting a lot of followers, so that's good, Elegant Beauty. Let me see here. I'm going to bring up Mike because I know who Mike is. Morellis P. I don't know. They're not making any comments. I don't know who they are. Hey, Mike. How are you, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
We're doing good. How about yourself?
Doing good. Living the SUV life. There's Sushi. There's my 3-year-old finally.
Hey, Sushi.
He's starting to adjust a bit too now.
There you go. There you go.
Things are going. It's been today was a wild ride. I said something. I said, you know what? The homeless thing is going to be just a precursor to another test.
Right.
And the parking lot across from here I go to for Planet Fitness, right? So I got there, I got out, and I look at the back rear tire, and it's just spewing antifreeze because I have a heater core for the back too because it's got heat through the roof.
Yeah.
It's just spewing out, and I just laughed. I didn't even react. I said, it'll take care of itself. It doesn't matter. Right. And I went into Planet Fitness, worked out, put in my music, blocked it off, didn't even think about it for an hour and a half. I went out, got a gallon jug, brought it back to Planet Fitness, filled it up, went down the road to Conrad's, and I didn't even look at it. I knew it was spewing, and they came out. I showed them a video. I took a video of it spewing, and they're like, we're really confused. It's not leaking, but it's wet down there. Right. And I said, you know what? I said, I put antifreeze in this 3 days ago because I had a leak in the front that was really small. I put stop leak in it.
Right.
Not thinking that back leak was going to happen. It's just weird how it makes sense. I didn't react to it because and it took
Yeah.
care of itself. You know,
See,
it's just strange when you let go of everything.
the universe will provide. When we let go, the universe just comes right in and say, instead of fighting me, just let the universe provide it, and it'll happen.
Right.
You know.
So I just wanted to give you a little the pictures that I sent you. They're from two stars, the stars that I've been talking about. I don't understand why I have such a connection to these stars.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody talks about, contacting other life, this and that.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting a strong connection to these two stars.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been weeks of me doing this. And they're finicky at first. They don't do much.
Yeah.
And then they start doing more. And then the ones I sent you, I took a pic of the star, and it was a door. It's a clear as day door, but it's really dark. And then I said, man, I wish I could get a picture that's brighter. And I took a pic, and it's highlighted, and it's just pure bright with a little hole in the center of it. And I
Yeah.
just said thank you, because I didn't know what else to say. Like, what the heck, man? But
Now, I'm looking right now. I'm on my. Did you send it to my AOL email?
yeah, it's mridella@gmail. There should be
And read
I
that.
sent you two of them. I sent you one for the UFO footage in Devon the other day. I sent you like three things for
Oh yeah, I
that.
see the Devon. The Devon one I'm loading right now.
Yeah, some of those are wild. But the other one should have been maybe 2 days prior, I want to say, or a day prior.
Yeah.
It's just three pictures. I put them in, they're all side by side in one picture.
Yeah, let me see. It could be my old mail. Let me take a look here.
But I've never seen anybody post anything like this. So that's why I'm like really confused. Because I've taken pictures of these stars for weeks. And it's never been anything like this.
Yeah, no, I believe you. For some reason.
I just don't understand why I feel like this connection. And I've been seeing like faint, just little white, like glowing, not glowing, but just faint white dots in the sky really far up.
Yeah.
And they just cruise. I mean, they're clearly not ours.
Yeah.
They're just flying. I mean, they're so fast, but slow enough to where you can still make them out. But they're so far up, it seems like, and they're just going back and forth.
A lot of the spaceships, Mike, are really far up in the atmosphere. But more and more as we get into this year, you're going to see a lot more activity that gets a little bit closer. Well, some people have had more close-ups around the world in the UK and other countries, and even the United States and other places. It's just a matter of where you are at the right time to see. And some of them are coming in a lot closer. And I'm sure as time goes on, you'll document more photos and pictures of things that are going to be close enough for you to really get a better image of what they are,
Right. Yeah, I caught three of them tonight, and it seems like they're all coming like last week I seen right in Orion's belt, like right in the belt where the three stars are. I seen two faint orbs, and they were just doing all kinds of erratic stuff. And then I go, what the F are those? And then they disappeared as soon as I said that.
Yeah.
And it's just
I think a lot of the intelligences, they are affected by the wording and the vibrational energies we use in our words.
So I got to not say stuff like that.
So we need to just, I would say if you get into what I call close encounter visualization, you don't want to say any of that stuff. You want to say, I am a Christed being of light on earth. And I thank you for being here so much to show your presence. And please, can you do this? Can you go brighter? Can you go lighter? It'd be an honor to have you do these things. So our languaging on earth, they can hear our language. So how they perceive our energy will determine how they react to us.
Right. That's what I worry about. Because I don't mean to feel negative. It's just the way I talk. And I get overly excited, you know what I mean? And it comes out weird.
Right. So
I got to work on that.
Now the thing is to learn with the space people to change the languaging, and they'll then you say, oh wow, I'm really like super excited that you're showing yourselves here. Can you do something like, can you make it more like bright? Can you make your ship more visible to me or something like that?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you want me to send those right now again?
Yeah, send them, and I'll take a look at those here, and I'll try.
Somebody said they wanted to see it. I'll just send it
I'll try to show the photos people on here on Encounters. You're watching Encounters. Welcome everybody to the show, and we are on here till 1 a.m. We do 11 to 1 show on the East Coast. I know some people are on all night. I don't know how they do it. I will not do that.
If you want to cut me off, you can, but I'll go ahead and send them right back to you.
Yeah, if you send them back to me, I'll show them. I want to thank Mike for being here. I'm going to show the photos, and I'm going to take a look now. And again, if you wish to be a guest on the show, you have to be over 18. Number one, no foul language on the show, no cursing, no kids on the show, no smoking, no drinking, no drunks, no paranormal discussion, no religion, no politics. And in a minute, I'll get that footage. And I'm going to be showing some video footage here tonight as well. Let me see here where I am. Oh, wait a minute. We'll be showing you some footage. Let's see here. Give me a moment to... Now, according to... I'm just taking a look here. Okay, this is going to be something really interesting. This is from... I'm going to show everybody this footage from Sao Paulo, Brazil, March 10th. And check this out. Matter of fact, before I show it to you, it says it was reported at 7:37 p.m. during an observation of Mars. A video was recorded with a telescope with 210 millimeter aperture, 1680 mm focal length, and it says here, with the naked eye, a bright red dot very similar to Mars could be seen in the sky. It looked like a star and could easily be confused with a planet. The object disappeared. I'm going to show you this footage here. I'm going to be posting this tonight on Astar Spaceship News. Get ready for something here. It's going to blow your mind, folks. Give me a minute. All right. Are you ready to have your minds blown on encounters? Check this out. Let's see. There's any audio. Now I'm going to keep the audio off for this thing. All right. We're going to show you right here. We're going to show you in a minute something that's going to blow your mind. Okay, on encounters. Let me just do this here. Let's see if I can I'll try to bring the video to the beginning. And this is in the sky. Now they use the camera to do this. Okay, let me do this here. Check this out. This is our UFO news from Sao Paulo, Brazil. I'm going to show you this footage right now, and it will blow your mind. Check this out. Get ready. If you're not watching Encounters, you're missing. All right. And we've had 6,300 people watch our show tonight. Watch this. We're going to play this right now. Sao Paulo, Brazil. They use a very strong camera looking into space, into the sky. And check this out. Okay. You're going to watch this thing. The spaceship is recorded in Sao Paulo. Okay. The spaceship will eventually disappear, according to the report. Let's check that. Now, they got a really strong camera. I think they're using a really strong lens to record this. Have you ever seen a spaceship like this, folks? Exclusive footage on Encounters. Like I told you, I've never, spaceships from other planets are not always the way our spaceships look. You can't really say they have to look like a certain type of spaceship. And then there it is. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right. I'm making sure everybody who comes in this room sees this. Everybody passing the encounters room I want to get the TikTok people's attention, all the people on TikTok that are going back and forth trying to find something interesting to watch. It was filmed in São Paulo, Brazil. São Paulo, Brazil. I'll be posting this on my Astro Command channel. This is what disclosure is. You're never going to see the green beans show you this. The green beans won't show you this kind of stuff. Yeah, Brazil has a lot of activity right now. The energy I get from this Naomi is good. I'm not getting any bad vibes. Let me go back to alrighty then. And now we're going to show you potentially something else here. Let me go back to new mail. Here we go. And here's another one. And this is a pic from my friend who was just on mic. We'll show you the door picture. And I've seen this before. You're going to love this. Let's take a look at this photo that Mike sent me here for encounters. Give me a moment. This is Mike's pictures he took. Okay, let's see if I can turn the light on for a minute here. Okay, much better. So these are the pictures. This is the door he was talking about. I'll try to, okay, bring it in. No, I can't bring it in more. Here we go. I'm going to try to bring it in more. This is the door. He got this picture in the sky of this door thing. And then this is the light from the spaceship. Now, a few people have been on the show recording these door lights, these lights like an entrance into a spaceship. I've had guests on here before that showed me the same thing that they're recording and documenting. So Bazilla showed this too. Mike is seeing the same thing as he's seeing the door. Looks like a door. And I think Bazilla said that was an entrance door into a spaceship. And we're getting documentation on the show of this by a few people. This is his other picture. And this one here shows what appears to be a light ship of some sort. And this is the door. Right? I was just sent these photos by Mike. This is, stuff that's happening right now. People are seeing. Mike has having his experiences. It could be a portal instead of a door. In pursuit, it could be. It's really interesting, though, isn't it? This is why my show is what it is. Pretty crazy, huh? Pretty crazy. I'm going to go back onto the screen here. You're watching Encounters, the show that's busting the matrix. This is a show that's out of this world, brothers and sisters. We go where nobody else will. We don't talk about, are there people in other planets? We don't talk about Let's have a discussion about maybe getting there. No, the Commander Show will take you where nobody else ever will. Guaranteed. And you will be addicted to encounters. And again, here's his other picture Mike gave me. Thank you, Mike. They're here. And Mike is saying they're here. And he's right. Whoops. They are here. I'm going to be posting that on my Astro Command page. Very, very cool. Let me see what other goodies I have for you tonight, folks. Now that we're getting in our UFO spaceship segment here, let me go back to the screen. We are all having a good time. Okay, so on encounters, we're going to do some more UFO footage here. We're going to go into some more things here. Let me see here. I'm just checking. I'm seeing what other weird things I can show you here tonight. This is in Thailand. It's a sighting in... Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to show you a sighting in Thailand. And let me see what it says here. This was on August 2nd. No, this is on February 8th. February 8th, 2025. And we're going to show you this light here from Thailand. Would you like to see the Thailand light? We're going to show you the Thailand light here. This is spaceship video time. Yes, indeed, brothers and sisters. Yes, indeed. We are going to flip the camera. Okay, are you ready for the video? Here's a good one right here. This is from sighting in Pa, Thailand. Check this out. Right here on Encounters. UFO video news from around the world. Nowhere else but right here live. Check it out. Thailand. Let's show it again. Don't want anybody to miss anything here. One more time. Person was on a motorbike in Thailand and pulled over and took the video. Nestor Garcia, that's not true. Well, the truth is that there have been abductions for over 70 years, but that has been stopped, Nestor. The abductions have been stopped. They're being stopped. I love this video too. This video is good, and the one from Brazil is really good. All right. Our bodies are our bodies, Nestor. Our bodies belong to us. Oh, I think Nestor needs to go bye-bye, Nestor. Bye-bye, Nestor. Bye-bye, Nestor. We just blocked Nestor. Nestor's going on to another lower vibrational ET civilization. See, the commander, being the host of this show, I actually have complete control over my show. Thank goodness, right? I have no ego, but I do have control when people get kind of crazy like that. Excuse me. All right. I'm getting too hypnotized by that light. Excuse me. All right, let's put that down there. So we've got a little bit of video footage to I'm going to go back to the camera. And you're watching CmdrAleon. Welcome, everybody. So we're going to do a few more interviews here. You're watching the #1 spiritual UFO talk show right here on planet Earth. If you're not watching the show, you're missing an opportunity to talk to the commander. Yes, if you've heard of the commander, you're now seeing the commander. You're now listening and watching the commander on a show that is really incredible. Hey, Norazora, good to see you. So we're going to do some more interviews. I got a feeling there's some folks out here that got some interesting stories to tell. I'm pretty darn sure that over 400 people, there's got to be a couple of you who've been sitting very quietly with your contactee experiences, with your experiences videotaping stuff like I've shown you here, that wish to come up on the show. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to bite. We're going to hear your show. It's like being in a living room with family having dinner together. And you're going to share your story. We're having dinner. You're saying, Commander, I'm going to come up. We're going to tell a story here about my encounter, my visitation by space people. Oh, Commander, I just videotaped this really amazing spaceship, what you call UFO, the other night. This is what we do here. Leica, hey, for you, what is a special filter or app to capture and show more light spectrum than our eyes? You know, technically, I don't know. There are technical cameras and stuff. You'd have to do some research on that. I'm not really sure what to tell you. You know, let's see here. I am drinking Billy Adams tonight because I ran out of apple cider. I'm drinking Dell's lemonade from Rhode Island, the best New England lemonade in New England. Let's see here. I had some strange experiences as a young child, 7, with space. Tamara, we're going to bring Tamara up here. And Tamara, if you wish to come up, we want to hear your story. Tamara said, I had some strange experiences as a young child, especially at age 7, and a couple of teen years with space. Interesting. Hey, Tamara, welcome to the show. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Tamara, how are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm going to bring you on camera if I can.
Okay.
I'd love to have you. And
I
just
look
press
terrible, but I'm
no
putting
one
it
ever looks
on.
terrible. Look, I probably look just as terrible as you do, so don't worry about it. So I'm going to bring you on the camera. Just press the save button, and we'll bring you right on there. Oh, you look great. You
I
kidding
don't
me?
have any makeup.
No, you look better. I mean, I know this is a very big show, but you look just fine. You're perfectly fine. So tell us, about your experiences when it started as a kid. Very interested in your story.
It goes back from 1972, 73. I was born in 66. It's kind of emotional for me. I'm an emotional kind of person, but I was laying on my bed and I was 7 years old, and I remember, and this happened a couple times actually, they would take me up. I'm actually a very sane person. The people I work with even say I'm a very sane person, but I feel funny saying all this stuff.
Don't feel funny. This show is the most watched show on the planet, and 30 years ago, people would have thought we were crazy. Right now, we're in the midst of having all kinds of activity going on. So take a deep breath. You're in a good space to talk about this.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
very
feel
well respected and I'm considered sane, but there's this side of me that I don't tell to many people.
yeah.
So I was taken up often through I slept on a canopy bed and my bed would go through the roof. I know it sounds weird.
It doesn't sound weird here. Absolutely not here on Encounters. Go ahead.
And at one time I was paralyzed in my sleep where they took over me and they hovered over my body. And my parents were in the next room. They were up late with a lot of people. I had great parents, but they had a lot of parties and they were drinking and all, and probably had a group of 30, 40 people. And it was a late Saturday night. I don't know. I was taken over and I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. And my mother didn't believe in going to church or anything, but I went to church with my grandmother. So I prayed all night long and it saved me, actually. I did the Lord's Prayer and Jesus actually saved me in order to. I don't feel I'm Christian now, but I feel like I was saved by the Holy Spirit by pulling up out of it. It came to me a couple times, and I've always felt this force like taken over me sometimes. I don't know how to explain it.
Do you think they were lower vibrational ETs that were trying to do this to you? I get that feeling too. Now, when it started, is when you were a kid?
Yes, it started when I was a kid, and it tried to take me over several times. It did one time when I was a teenager, where I've read a lot of metaphysical things throughout my lifetime, and I think it was like a incubus. I don't know the difference. One's male, one's female.
Yeah.
And it took over me as a young teen. I know it sounds weird, but I actually had orgasms in my dreams.
We got to be careful with the words here because of TikTok.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
But I never had anything like that later on, but it happened as a teen. I don't know how to correct is there any way for me to undo what I just said?
No, don't worry about it. I just with TikTok, they're very their algorithms very kind of weirded out. So
I'm
we'll help
sorry,
you out.
I don't understand that. But I'm 59 now.
Yeah.
And it happened the first time with that experience. I was like 15 years old. And then it didn't happen again because I did a lot of prayer throughout my life. And then it hasn't been with me, I don't feel, lately, but it has affected my children who are now adults, especially my autistic son who's now 26.
When you had these encounters, did you also see anything like any UFOs or things around at the time?
I didn't, not at the time. I did see faces, I remember, as a young child, but something strange happened. I'm gonna guess around the year 2014 when I have 4 children, but one of my children who's now an adult, she was a teenager, probably 15, and I think it was bothering her. We lived in this home. They had like 2 stories, and she showed me, Mom, look, there's an ET that's trying to contact me. And it was in her computer with the dark screen turned off. And it had a little picture of like the way it's formed like an ET. And she said it was coming from the sky, and she pointed at the sky and it was reflected onto the screen. And she thought she was crazy, and her boyfriend also seen it, and she brought me into the room and I seen it also. All 3 of us seen it.
So she said that she used specifically, everybody listen to this very carefully. Your daughter said, I think the ET's coming in. The ET
yes, we felt it. There was stuff in the home too that was constantly being disturbed. But what surprised us all is we seen it through the sky. We seen it. I know it sounds so strange. I can't even explain it why it happened. But she had a black screen on her laptop. She's sitting on her bed. Right. Her back is to the window. It's dark at night. It's very, very dark. Right. And her screen is black. It's turned off. And there's a little face. You say, don't say the word. You just say, we said alien. Yeah. We say ET.
ET. Extraterrestrial intelligence.
We weren't looking for it.
Yeah.
And there it was.
Yeah.
And there was nothing to be explained. And I looked at it. She said it's in the sky, and we could see it in the sky behind us through her window, far off in the distance. The most strangest thing. But there was a lot of activity in the house all the time. Her and her boyfriend could feel it all the time, stuff being moved around, doors being slammed. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or if that's something different. I have no
That could be
idea.
something different. I try to stay away from anything paranormal, but the
Okay.
way but I will tell you this: it's possible that the fact that you said ET, I think you do have an ET situation going on, but I think it sounds like it could be more paranormal, which is not in my league. I'm very much I'm a space being that works very highly in Christ consciousness, so. I've gotten rid of negative ETs and people, from being visiting people, from doing, taking out implants remotely here with my palm of my hands. Now, with you, I think there could be a possibility if there is an ET scenario here, possibly that you might have had an ET encounter where you were abducted by lower vibrational ETs. I'm not, but the other thing, there could be a multiple amount of different things going on here, but I do believe your daughter is correct when she says that the ET thing. How would she know that? That was her first
He
reaction that they
didn't
were
even
extraterrestrial.
believe any of that. Still to this day,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
like in awe about the whole thing.
yeah. How would you know that? A part of me wants to kind of scan you for implants
I
because I
feel
do.
like there could be some implants. I'm not sure, but I do
Yeah,
feel like affected, and it's almost I feel like generational,
yeah.
where it
You
could
know,
be from my ancestors, and then once they can't get to me no more, because I do possibly a lot of protection with prayer,
yeah,
then they get to my children. I have no idea.
yeah. So here's the deal. I'm really feeling. I'm going by my own discernment, not by what I hear in my audience. My inner guidance tells me that I should do a scanning. If you give me permission to do that, I will go into space consciousness and scan you. Now, if I find any implants, I will actually be able to remove them, and you will know that I'm removing them.
Okay.
So, do I have your permission to scan you?
Yes.
Okay. So, what we're going to do, people that are not used to this, one of the things I want to just preface what I'm doing before I do it, I have a space family that are human. They are very spiritual, loving, Christed beings of light. They're watching the show right now on a spaceship. I have two sisters, a brother and a mother and a father. Luna and Robar are my parents off planet, and my two sisters, and I have one brother. So I come from that level of the Christ consciousness. It's very different from how people look at Christ on earth. We are very much Christed beings of light. And so, since I have your permission, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to relax. I want you to breathe in and breathe out of your nostrils 3 or 4 times. And as you relax and breathe out of your nostrils, keep your eyes closed. I'm going to switch consciousness into my Ashtar Command consciousness now. And everything here is documented that I do. Give me a moment. In a moment, you're going to start feeling a heat energy, a beam of light over you, a very strong beam of light. When you feel it, let me know.
I feel it.
Good. I'm now going to scan you very carefully. Every single cell in your body, I'm going to scan. And if I do hit an implant, you'll tell me to stop. I'm going to beam beams of light from the right hand and the left hand of my palm into your neck area. I'm going down your shoulder area. I'm going to go back and forth. I will find whatever I need to find. And if she has an implant in her, I will be able to remove it. Keep your eyes closed, please. That's really important. Relax, relax, relax. Keep eyes closed. Relax, relax. You're in good hands here. Relax. You're in good hands here. Relax. Now going to scan back up. Keep eyes closed. You're in good hands here with the commander. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's okay. Keep your eyes closed. You're a beautiful person. Keep your eyes closed. We're going to find it. We're going to find it. Okay, right there. And when I hit the implant, let me know. I'm pretty close to it now.
I feel it, I think.
Right here. It's right towards your back end of your, going back around the below your neck area behind your back.
Yes.
Right here.
Yes.
I'm going to neutralize the implant. I found the implant in her body. Keep your eyes closed, please. Okay. When I get this implant out, there's a few gifts I'm going to do to your house. There's going to be things I'm going to do that are going to blast light energy over in every room. Give me a moment. I'm now going to take the implant, neutralize it, and pull it out. It's in the back area, below the neck area, below the shoulder area. I'm now going to take the implant out, and as I'm doing that, I'm shooting beams of light on the end of the implant in the other side of your body, and I'm pushing it and forcing it out. When I have it out, you're going to say, Commander, it's out. It's going to be like a little popping sensation. It'll pop out of a point in your skin, and the skin will just close back up again. Give me a moment. Almost. Almost. I'm pulling the whole thing out. As I pull it out, it's neutralized, and I will destroy it once I have it out of your body. I'm going to shake it a little bit. I'm near the end of the implant, so I want to shake it so you can feel like a vibration for a minute. We're almost at the tail end of the implant. I've got complete control of the implant. Tell me when. Almost there. I'm not going to let it stay in. I'm pulling the whole thing out. All the attachments to your body are being totally disconnected. Almost disconnected. Almost disconnected. Okay. You can open your eyes for a minute.
Yeah,
How do you feel?
I felt exactly what you were feeling right here. I felt
Yeah.
it right in my neck. It was real subtle though.
Yeah. I've taken
Very,
the
very
implant.
slight.
I took it out. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just destroyed the implant. Now, there's
Thank
a
you.
few more things that I need to do here. And I'm working in my space consciousness and my Christ consciousness. What I'm going to do now is send beams of light, keep your eyes closed, into your house. I don't know if you have any basements or anything, but attics or basements. I'm shooting energy into every room in your
Oh, the
house.
basement, yeah.
I'm going to take the basement area. I'm going to cleanse the basement and shoot energies of light into it. And all the residual energies are being taken out of the house. Every room is being cleansed with light energy. Give me a moment. Keep your eyes closed. I'm sending a beam of light. I'm putting a bubble of protection around your property. Give me a second, please. I've just put a shield over your location. It's an invisible shield. You'll still be able to go anywhere you want, but your whole landmass area around your property is protected now.
I
I'm going to
feel it
do.
almost. Actually, is it unrare for me to like see it while you were doing it? I felt like
Yes,
arrows of gold going around the outside of the home. I actually saw it
yes,
circulating
yes,
through the
yes,
outside the home.
yes. I
I'm
put a
sitting
shield around your
inside.
whole property just now. Yes, I
It's
just did
like
that.
gold arrows going everywhere, all the way
Yes,
around.
absolutely correct.
So
Absolutely
cool.
correct. I'm also going to do something else as a gift for you. I'm putting a shield around your body. I want you to close your eyes. This is my gift to you. Then I'm going to have you do a few things here. I want you to say in a moment after I do this, I'm going to put a shield like a bodysuit of light over your body. Keep your eyes closed. You should start feeling the suit going over your body. It's very comfortable. When you feel it, and when you feel it, let me know.
I feel it.
Good.
I feel it.
I'm putting the bodysuit over your body to protect you.
Thank you.
These negative ETs, beings, will never come near your location again. I
It
have a
feels
lot more
strong,
power
for
than they
sure.
do.
It feels very strong.
Yeah, I have a lot more power than they do. And like I've tried to teach people, I am also a space being from beyond this earth. I'm now operating in space consciousness at the moment.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're a blessing. You're welcome. Hold on, please. Keep your eyes closed. I wish you to say these words, and we'll conclude the proceedings of the implants being destroyed. I'm sending a beam of light now to track those beings that went after you. We're going to send them off planet. Doesn't matter who they are or what they are. My energy is way stronger. Give me a moment. So my beams of light will track them, and they will be afraid of the light, and they will disappear and leave the earth. Give me a second. I want you to say these words. It's very important. With your eyes closed. I am
a
cosmic, Christed being of light.
being of light.
I am free.
I am free.
My home is now free.
My home is now free.
And I am filled with unconditional love.
I am filled with unconditional love.
And I am protected always, forever.
And I am protected always and forever.
You can open your eyes now, sister. Look at you. So much better.
Yes. Thank you
better.
so much.
And for people watching my show, everything I do is documented. Myself and April are the only two people on earth that can do this.
I feel it in the heart. I feel a heart release.
Yeah. You look much better. You see much better. Your face is glowing. And you're a beautiful being, and you have a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
You really do. You know? So I want to thank you for giving me the chance to hear your story. And I always listen to my own intuition. I'm never distracted. And I sensed what it was. I knew what it was, and I knew what I needed to do. Thank you so much, Tamara.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, we're going to let Tamara down. Thank you, and blessings to Tamara.
Okay.
And thank you, Tamara. So let me say this for people that are not here, or people that should be here. This is why I do what I do. And this is why there's no show other than my friend April in Vermont who can do this, and myself. There's nobody out there, I don't care where they are talking about UFOs, that can do what we do. They might try to fake it, break it, but we do what we do here. I am free. The implants I've seen, I've taken out times where there have been 2 or 3 implants in one's body. I've actually had times when there have been only 1 implant. She only had 1 implant, major implant in her body, and we were able to take it out and destroy it. Oh, Lizzie, beautiful. Yeah, April is the real deal. I work with April. April is very, very real. She's been going on the Ashtar ships for hundreds of times. And I'm part of a group of 5 that will be going off planet soon. Silver Fox says, I have 2 implants. Silver Fox says, I have 2 implants. If you come on tomorrow night, Silver Fox, I will be happy to have you on the show and talk about that and hear your story. And I'd be happy to work with you to remove the 2 implants out of your physical body. I can do that. And we're on at 11 o'clock Eastern. That's 4 a.m. if you're in Europe. and 3 a.m. if you're in Australia. Just to let people know. She had a sighting. Tara had a sighting. Where's Tara? Is Tara here? Tara? Tyra? Tyra? Tara. Where are you, Tara? Where is Tara? Oh, Renee. Tara Renee here. Oh, perfectly fit. Are you're Tara? Renee? Let me see her. She's pinned. Okay. Oh, there she is. Tara, we're going to bring you up. Tara Renee, you're going to be coming up here. Come on up. All right. And when you get an updated story while we're scanning, taking in implants, this happened. And let me
Hey
see
guys.
here. Hey, how are you doing? I'm going to bring you on camera here. I'm pressing my camera button here. Just press save and you're good to go.
There's a ship outside right now, and I'm a little scared.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I'm
Come
not
on up.
really
You're with the
scared, but
command.
I've seen the orbs, drones, or whatever you want to call them, turn into cars, like literally. So they shot like a supersonic thing into my house like last month, and then they turned around. They were in my subdivision maybe like a minute or two, turned right around. Someone told me to watch the camera. They literally turned right around, came back, and then I can see the beings marching out of my freaking garage, and a orb drops right into their car. I emailed you that
Okay,
video.
I'm going right now. Is that on video that you emailed me? I'm going into my email right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to see this right now. And I got the video, and it's loading. It says there's a loading error. I can't show it. I don't know what happened there. Wait a minute. It's not letting me play it. Yeah, for some reason I'm not able to play it.
Let me see. I may can show it. I have my computer right here.
Yeah, I think it'd be better if you can try. I don't know why. Usually I can download the videos, but I'm not able to see that.
Let me see. I want to look out the window. I was on my camera. I want to look, but I'm too scared.
No, don't be scared. That's the word. I mean, you can be whatever you want, but to be scared is not a good thing, especially when you're documenting something. Documenting.
Well, it's a triangle that been following me for some time now, and it's always
Mhm.
out there. It's just me. Kind of when I see something new, because the orbs they usually land in one spot every day. Well, today I was looking at the camera and I was like, they seem awfully close to the camera today. What's going on? Well, the house across the street, they have no porch lights on or anything, and I see the three dots. And there's a ball of light outside of my house. It looks like the moon, but it's definitely not the moon. Because when I roll the camera back, you can see the thing just come on and just I don't know what it's doing. But hold on.
Yeah, if you have the video and you can show it on your other thing, that'd be great for our audience here. I want to let just people know as she's doing that tonight since 11 o'clock. We've hit 8,000 viewers. Now, I know there's not 8,000 viewers in here right now, but I can track my audience. We've had 8,000 people watch Encounters tonight since 11 p.m. Eastern. That's a lot of people. But anyway.
Let me play it on here. Crap. Where'd it go? In my library, I have so much stuff in here. Okay.
And where are you? What state are you in? People are asking where you're located.
Atlanta, Georgia.
She's in Atlanta, Georgia, and she's been on our show before. Was I in Ireland with April? I don't think so. Unless April says I was in Ireland with her, I don't think I went there. I don't believe so.
Yes,
On the ship? I don't know. If April says I was in Ireland with her on the spaceship, I don't have any memory of that. Did she say anything like that? Because I haven't been on the. I've been in and out of her live trying to hang out for a while earlier tonight, but I'm in Mississippi. I saw triangular craft about an hour ago. Sharon Croft. Sharon, interesting. I hope you're able to record it, Sharon. Record that triangular craft. I am free. The people that get implanted are usually taken by lower vibrational ETs. I don't know how they select them or anything, but if they do get implanted, and they tell me about their story, I can remove the implants. Oh, you didn't get to record it, Sharon. Hey, you never know, Sharon, because sometimes you really don't get to record it. Some things happen like that. You're caught off guard, and just having that story to tell is really interesting. So we'll have to see if Tara can get us. Stallion, that's because she has a good memory. I mean, she has to, because she's going off plan all the time. She has to remember every detail of her consciousness. That would be the reason why. And the only reason other people don't have a good memory is because they might not be having a lot of contact experience. They might be having it in dream state. It could be a lot of reasons, Stallion. It's all good. It's just that she's been going off planet for hundreds of times already. Oh, you did? Okay. Adele Taylor, implants, what they do is there are various situations with low vibe ETs. The implants are used mainly to track and control people from the extraterrestrial low vibrational ETs, but they're also, when people are implanted, also these space beings, these lower vibrational ETs, also are interested in our DNA. They're interested in procreation of a hybrid, which many documentaries have been on, written about in books, UFO books, and other things. Basically, they're trying to bring back the humanity that they had at one time, and that's why they're so interested in creating a hybrid race of, let's say, Zeta. The Zeta, for example, are one of the primary groups with some of the reptilians that have implanted humans for over 70 years. I don't know, Tara, are you still with me? I think she's trying to figure that thing out. And you're watching Encounters? Commander, send images tonight to you. Please let me know what you think. I'll definitely check them out. If not tonight, Lizzie, I'll check it out in the morning when I'm more awake. I'm wide awake right now, actually. And I think we're going to put some video footage on and the photos from Mike on my Astro Command Spaceship News channel, either tonight or tomorrow night. No, tomorrow morning, actually, before I go out. Okay, yeah, there is also from 2 nights ago, Where Are Your Thoughts? You heard something. Oh, yeah, when I heard that, yep, I remember that. Thank you, Leslie. We appreciate you too. Hey, Simply the Evolution of Ellie. Good to have you with us. I captured an image in your background. Oh, interesting. An image in my background. I'd like to see that. Hey, 007, yes. CmdrAleon at AOL.com. Stepping good. I have an implant in my left ear. One was discovered deep in my foot during surgery and removed. Stepping good. Tomorrow night, we'll, if you want to come up, we'll take a look and see if you have any other implants, and we'll remove the implant completely. Yeah, when people are abducted, the negative ETs try to wipe out memory of what happened. This is extraordinary. Absolutely true. Oh, you can only see the eyes, Lizzie? Okay. Same second you heard voices. We lost her. I hope she has not been taken on board her ship. She just disappeared. Now, strange thing, my mind can go places with the kind of thing like this. She was here for a while. She was going to show me the footage and now she's disappeared. Now, I can go all over the place with this kind of thought here going. I just need videos to your email that will make you say, wow. I'm going to get my camera out. I'm going to get my AOL thing going here. And we're going to see 007's footage here. Let me take a look. Watching encounters. Let's go. All right. I think I have it right here. Let's see if I can show it. And it's loading a preview. Here it is. Before I get to it, it says here, Saturday morning at 4 a.m. went out back to have a cigarette, still half asleep, unaware of my surroundings. Later on, looked and discovered more than an object in the air. Okay, so ET surrounding fence area, more than one craft. Oh, this is my friend Mark. Let's see here. This is Elizabeth. Let me see. Elizabeth sent me some footage here, I think. Okay. So 007, you sent me some footage. I am not seeing it. Let me check here. Okay, Elizabeth, this is being, okay. I do see, okay, let's see here. 20 minutes ago, 42 minutes ago. Let me see here. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I see that. So this is interesting, folks. Somebody took pictures of my, let me see this here. I'm going to show this. This is me, and I want to know if people see a being. Let me take a look at the photo here. Hold on a minute. Oh, that's just it. So I'm going to show you this, and you tell me, folks, if you see anything behind me. Thank you. This is quite interesting. Okay, here we go. I'll show it this way or that way. I think I'm going to show it. Okay, I'm going to show it to you here. Tell me if you see anything. Maybe I should. No, hold on a minute. So one of my viewers sent me this here. I'm going to kind of. Does anybody see anything? Let's see here. Right here, they pointed to what they saw. This is a photo of a Palladian picture of a Palladian ship, and they did a screenshot. They said in the picture they can see a picture of a being. Now I have the picture behind me. The actual picture has no face in it. This is this was sent to me, these pictures, when I was live doing a live broadcast. Oh, thank you. They screenshotted it. There you go. That's a little bit clearer. Yeah, face. Yeah. Yeah, it's really obvious. There's some more pictures here too. Wait a minute. Let's see. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'll show it one more time. Right there. Oh, you got the video sent to me, Tara. I'll take a look at it. That's interesting. Hmm. Very interesting. I'll have to put this on my Astar Command Spaceship News page. Yeah, this is, and I have the picture. I have the picture. Give me a second. I'm gonna show people the picture. Give me a second here. So here, let's see how we're gonna do this. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the picture. Let's see if I can show it here. Hold on a minute. Let me do this here. I'm going to show you the picture of this this picture here. A little bit. If I can. I got to get it framed, I think. Anyway, here's the picture. In order to get a good reference point, this is the picture. Okay, right here. This is the picture. This is the actual picture that's behind me. Okay, this doesn't have the thing that she screenshotted. So this is the actual picture here. There's nothing there, right? Nothing there. Hold on a minute. And this is the picture, the same photo of the painting of what happened here. This is the same picture right here. The actual picture has no face in it. She screenshotted this during the show. Let's see here. A 369 Beyond Time. One of our viewers videotaped this, took a picture while I was live. I have, this has a photo of the Palladian spaceships and the landmass. The significance is, see photo, if you look carefully, you see that there is a face in the picture. In my actual photo, there's no face in the picture. That's the significance. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it. So now that I have the original picture, that's usually behind me on my live, and this photo screenshot of what she saw, now you know that there was something there in the actual picture. Everything here is documented. The face is right there. Go where the arrows are, you'll see the face. Hey, Carrie. If you look at my original picture, let me bring that up here. Oh, shoot. Here's the original picture. You won't see anything. There's no face, nothing. This is the original picture. This is the picture right here. And if you look at it, you'll see completely different. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go back to my screen here. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for sending me that. I appreciate that. Let me just go back here. Okay. It's about 1:46, almost 2 in the morning here. I think it's time to call it a night. I want to thank everybody out there. I think it's DD, and I think Hanzan, welcome. Anyone who's missed all of the show, if you're just coming in here, the crack and everybody, Sharon Croft, I want to hear about your story tomorrow night. Thank you, Lizzie. If you send me the original, that'd be great. We'll be on tomorrow night at 11 Eastern. That's 4 a.m. if you're in Europe, 3 a.m. if you're in Australia, 8 p.m. if you're in California. Everywhere, wherever you are, thank you for being here on the number one spiritual UFO talk show. And again, we've had tonight, we've had 209,000 likes. Let's see here. It says, let's see. We've actually had 8,600 people view the show since 11 p.m. tonight. 8,600. That's a lot of folks. Thank you so much for being here. All 8,600 of you that have been here for a while in between, coming in and out, welcome. Thank you. And we'll see you all tomorrow night. Have a great night, everybody. This show will be downloaded probably in the morning, and it'll be on my YouTube channel. Please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. There's a link to it. please go on my main channel on my Astro Command Spaceship News profile. Press the red like button and the red follow button and also the like button there. Take care. I'm still Elegant Beauty. We'll get you on tomorrow night, I think, if you can come on. We'll try to have you on tomorrow night when you're able to come on. We're going to get out of here. And remember, we're here to bust the Matrix.